What's good, my YouTube people? Your boy Joey here on a 90-degree day. First and foremost, I just want to say much respect to those that are laborers, all the tradesmen, anybody that works outside, because dang, that is draining. I was just at home today this afternoon working on the garage for a couple hours. I was changing just a strip at the bottom of the garage, replacing it. Gave me a little bit of trouble, rusted screws, but was able to get them off. And man, let me tell you, being on that heat will drain you. I'm on my way to the studio right now, about to do a haircut for a client. But just want to get out there real quick. Much respect to you guys out there that work outdoors day in and day out. But anyways, wanted to get on here and make a quick video today. I think it's very relevant, kind of what I wanted to speak on with you today, and it's about pride. A lot of what we see out today, whether it's the rioting, all the various movements that are taking place, they all revolve around pride, whether it's black pride, brown pride, white pride, gay pride. Pride is the central focus behind that movement. And I think right there in itself, that is part of the problem. Because if you're a believer, if you are versed in the scripture, you know how pride is one of the top sins that we as humans, that we act upon. And to even go further into that, we know that the number one pride, or the number one sin of Satan's is pride. That is why he fell. That is why he is fallen. It was because of his pride, because he believed that he could be at the same level as God, and if not greater. And that is why he fell. It was because of pride. So I harken back to today, all the civil unrest, all the social issues that we have, it all revolves around pride. People being prideful on whatever it is that they're prideful about. Being, like I said, black pride, white pride, gay pride, whatever nonsense, that they want to be prideful about. So that's kind of what I want to talk about today, is just, something for you to chew on and kind of just think on, am I prideful? And that's something that we're all guilty of. I think for some of us, that might be the besetting sin that ails you, is pride itself. That is that number one sin that you have to fight. For me, my besetting sin is a different sin. I've come to realize that every person is different, and every person is going to have their own besetting sin, their own personal sin that is the one that eats away at them, that they have to fight against daily. For some people, it may be, like I mentioned, pride. It may be lust. It may be greed. It may be jealousy. It may be addiction. It may be gambling. It may be whatever it may be. The list goes on. For some of us, it's, one of those is going to be the one that really nags at us, that we're going to have, a hard trouble. This is, before you're going to have trouble with the sin regardless, but before you came to the Lord, that was a sin that you were just constantly in. But once you come to the Lord, He is the one that gives you the strength to overcome that sin. That is where, when in your weakness, you ask God to give you His strength to conquer that sin. And right now, I think the sin of pride is what's ruining our society. We have become a very selfish culture. It is all about me, I. And with that comes pride. So I watched a sermon by Pastor Lawson. Actually, I watched two sermons today. And they're, like I said, I think they're like from 2013, 2014, and they're still relevant to this day, 5 years later. And this is just kind of what he said regarding pride. He He said, pride is the foundation of all sin. Satan is the father of the prideful. And to go even further is pride is a wall between you and God. Only Jesus Christ can break through that wall. So if you are prideful, that is where you're going to have issues connecting with God because you've built a barrier, you've built a wall up, and it's about you. And that is where you need Jesus Christ to be the mediator for you that is going to break down that wall for you to be able to connect with God. And if you're a believer, you're a Christian, and you, for some reason, feel lost, you don't feel that you're connecting with God, you don't feel that God is with you, it's maybe because you put up a wall between you and Him, and it's based on your pride. It is whether it's how smart you are, how good you think you are, whatever it is that pride that builds you up, that puffs you up, that puts up that wall between you and God, that is a buffer, and that is what's keeping you from connecting with the Lord. And if you're a non-believer, pride in the things of this world, that is what's keeping you completely disconnected from God and will ultimately lead to your destruction and to your damnation. You have not only just built up a wall, you have completely blocked out your heart and hardened it, and because of your pride, that is what's going to lead you into damnation because you're chasing after the things of this world. So that's kind of just a really quick one today about pride and just how we as a society need to take a step back and stop being so prideful. Humble yourselves. Jesus Christ Himself, He humbled Himself. He came down to this earth in the lowest form possible. He was not comely. He was not this, the Caesar Borgia version of Jesus where, he could have been, a male model with his long flowing hair, his blue eyes, his white skin, tall. That was not the real Jesus. The real Jesus was short, dark, and not comely to look at. You can look at the accounts of Josephus. It's in the Bible itself. It talks about the appearance of Jesus Christ. And He humbled Himself, and yet He was God in the flesh. He didn't have to, but He did. So for us as the creations of God, we need to humble ourselves. And I've talked about that before in previous videos. You need to humble yourself because if God humbles you, it will not be a fun experience for you. So, that's kind of the quick and to the point of this video is keep that in mind. Don't focus on the skin color that you are. Don't focus on whether you're proud to be a man, you're proud to be a woman, you're proud to be a feminist, you're proud to be whatever it is, because that is ultimately what is going to overtake you. That is going to lead to your damnation and your destruction. And that is what basically you build your personality on. And it's very sad. Like, if that is all you have to build your personality on, it's whether, my brown pride, my whatever pride, it's kind of sad. It's very, a weak exterior that you have kind of placed around you, I have God, I put all my faith in Him, and He is the one that puts a hedge around me. And I would rather have a hedge built on the foundation of my faith on God and Jesus Christ than exterior built on the pride that I am brown or that I am a man or whatever. So anyways, like I said, keeping this one short, about to go chop it up. So hopefully be able to speak to you guys tomorrow. Please like, share, comment, go on the blog, Make Critical Thinking Great Again.blogspot.com. Getting better at that. It's just, man, try to say that 3 times fast. So just get on there, comment, share, and have a blessed day, y'all. Take care.